Okay, so let's talk shop. I'm in my red shirt. Red shirt means that you're gonna get yelled at. So your average is a 52 for your first exam, 52.82. I have questions for you. How many of you guys attended all the tutoring sessions? Most of them? Okay. So how many of you guys have made it to my office hours? We had food. That's what we did. Okay. How many of you guys have taken advantage of online tutoring?
Where's your office at again?
It's A7. So if you go to that very first building, very front, on this part, A7, I'm at the end. My door is usually always open. I may be half dressed, but it's always open. So, if you're not doing that, I don't think you want to pass, right? You've had the homework assignments, you had the quizzes. Some of your quizzes were the exact same questions that you had on the exams. Every practice exam, and I've seen some of you guys not do practice exams at all, right? You don't want to pass if you're not doing the practice exam, right? Because the practice exam is the exam, right? So you should already have most of the answers already taken care of. The numbers might be a little bit different, but you should have the know-how. You're not putting in the time, right? How many hours are you spending on chemistry a week? On an average, I don't want you to answer. And you're still not at 100%, are you? No. So you could get there, right? Okay. So how many hours are you spending? I want you to answer me, right? On chemistry a week.
Probably like 10, 2 hours a day.
2 hours a day, okay. You guys are going to answer me? 30 minutes?
I work.
Just 2 hours doing homework?
No, 1 or 2 hours every day doing the homework.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the hour.
Yeah, about, yeah, it takes a while.
So in other words, you're telling me that you're spending more, right? It's a minimal of 6 hours a week. If you're doing 1 or 2 hours every day, you're not meeting that requirement because I guarantee you're not doing it every day because we meet 3 days a week, right? So outside of this class, it's minimal of 6 hours. And we're in the summer, right? So that technically means that you have 2 weeks in a week, right? So that should be 12 hours. If you're not doing 12 hours a week, you're not passing. Are you passing? Based upon that average, is that a passing grade? Is there something I should know? Has grades changed that much? Can you do better?
Yes.
Will you do better? Because if you don't, you're not going to pass this class. Are we clear? This is very, very, especially top 3. I couldn't even give you top 3, right? Because we had nobody had a passing grade, the third one, right? We only had 2 people who passed the damn test. That's ridiculous. That is, it's a very big disappointment. Especially because you guys seem to be here, like, getting it. The other thing that I want to say is, I've noticed a lot of you guys get killed on silly mistakes, stupid mistakes, right? Nomenclature. Nomenclature. There are 3 major rules to nomenclature. If it's a metal and a non-metal, are we going to be using those prefixes? You guys know what prefixes are, right? No, we don't. Do you know how many of you guys did that? Or wait, here's the best one. The very, very best one is when you don't answer anything, right? How the hell do you expect to get anything right if you don't answer anything? If you leave it blank, oh my God, grading your test was so fucking easy. Oh, 0, 0, 0, 0. You want to make me work. You want me to earn my money, right? So at least put something there. If you leave it blank, how in the hell do you expect to get points? Right? You may get 1 or 2 points, right? Because you may actually have learned something during that time period. It's a waste of your time and my time, right? Because then I have to go through, make it, okay, oh my God, they did answer the question, right? The other thing is you've got to organize your thoughts. Your thoughts are all over the fucking place. When you guys are doing word problems, right, you need to organize your thoughts. What is your given? You always start off with what you're given. Then you want to start off with your conversion, right? Look at the units. There's one on density. There's a question on density. I am like, man, this is an easy question. They'll get this without a problem, right? Let me give you an example. So let me pull up the question. You may want to write this down because I'm going to say about 90% of you guys missed it. And you're getting a freebie. Okay, question number 22, first exam, right? It says, if the density of helium is 0.1700 grams per liter, and a foil balloon has a volume of 2,310 cubic centimeters, how many grams of helium are in the balloon? Okay, so if we're doing this problem, what are a couple of things that we may want to keep in mind? Given. What's given? So what is given here? So we have the density, right? Which it's units over units, right? So if it's units over units, we can typically say that that's going to be our conversion, right? Because we know we're converting from one unit to another type of unit, okay? And we have the volume, right? So our actual given is going to be our volume, right? It has single units, cubic centimeters. Okay, so if we have 2,310 cubic centimeters. Kicks and giggles, how many sig figs is that? That's 3 sig figs. Okay, so we know that that's volume, right? We know grams is what? What type of units is it? It's mass, right? So we know that that's mass. So we're starting with volume and we're getting mass. So we should know our units should be what? What should we end up with? What are we looking for? We're looking for grams, right? Which is mass. So we want mass. So if you pay attention to the units, they'll tell you if your answer is right, okay? So we want to end up with grams. Okay, at the end of the day, that's what we want. Okay, so what do we know about cubic centimeters? What is a conversion? We know it's volume. So we know that, how many milliliters? So 1 milliliter is equal to 1 cubic centimeter. Okay. So if we want to get rid of cubic centimeters, what do we need to do? We want to put cubic centimeters on the bottom. So most of you guys here are Spanish speakers. So you should know the conversion between a liter and a milliliter. What is the conversion between? Yeah, the word that I keep messing up, right? Remember, you guys laughed at me for the whole time, but I wanted you to remember it, right? How many of you guys remembered it? Okay, so we know how many milliliters are in a liter. Okay. So cancel those units out. We're left with just liters. And now we can use our density. .17. And how many sig figs should we have? 3. So whoever this was very lucky that the program didn't pay attention to my sig figs. And I gave them full credit. Because that would have been a -1 point, right? Okay. Questions? Concerns? Cash. Okay. So on your exam, there was one question that was dealing with organic chemistry. I gave you guys, everybody got points back for that. Make sure you got a point for that, right? Because you guys had not gone over organic chemistry, okay, at that point. But we'll be finishing organic chemistry today. So the next one, guess what you guys are going to have on your exam? Organic chemistry and regular nomenclature, inorganic nomenclature, right? So you're going to have organic nomenclature and inorganic nomenclature, right? That is definitely going to be on your next exam. Well, actually, you already have your next exam, right? Well, it's going to definitely be on your final, right? Definitely going to be on your final, right? Which one? Okay, right? You just break it down. You guys work on it consistently. Don't wait till the last minute. You wait till the last minute, you're going to get burnt. I promise. I promise you. And I will not be lenient. I'm taking points off for sig figs. I'm taking points off for, I'm just looking to take points off. Okay, especially because this bullshit, right? Because to me, that says that you guys aren't deserving any lenience. You should be doing better than this. I should have a 70 average in this class. This is a summer class. You guys are supposed to want to be, right? So you should be having 70 and above. That average should be better. So I expect better, definitely for this next one. Okay, questions? No questions?
And that's the group exam, or is that?
That's your group exam.
Okay.
So I'm expecting like a 90 because you guys have to make amends for this bullshit, right? And everybody in this classroom better turn in the test correction. Everyone in this class, even the 89. Okay, so, and it's if you look back over it, look at your exam, look at your notes, right? Go back and look at your notes. Go through and start doing the damn corrections, because then you'll feel like, oh my God, we went over this particular question in class, right? Okay. Okay. So enough talking about your downfalls. Now you need to lift yourselves up. Okay. You put yourself in the gutter. Now you got to pick yourself up. Okay. Okay. Let's go. So started from the bottom. Now I'm at the top. You guys, you're really starting from the bottom now. Okay. Okay. Let's go. So we're going to start talking about organic chemistry. We're going to go back to the Hurley this camera. Damn it. One of those moments. And did I give you guys chapter 7 by chance? Or did I just give you guys 9? I think I gave you guys 9. I think yes. You have 7? I saw just 1. Yeah. Okay. Color say chapter 7.
What?
Chapter 7?
Chapter 7?
Chapter 7.
No.
I have chapter 10.
So let's see what you guys remember from. Okay, you guys ready for the quiz?
No.
That's right. You did it anyway.
Extra points?
You have your notes, right? Yeah. Okay, so wow. Oh, hell yeah. Guys can have leniency. You guys have 70 average. Yeah, they're like, oh my God, you're gonna give me my dream. I'm gonna give everybody an A, that is mine. Oh, one time for everybody. Not because they cheated, but because they earned it.
Why we got it wrong with so much.
There's no A for effort.
No, yeah, this is not
It's the last venture. 4 of them died before, and the last one.
I'll have Chem do stuff.
I know, I'm gonna. Nobody has it.
Dude, tell me where it was at spot and look at there. And I'm pretty across the street. Yeah, it's the coolest. It's with Valentina and Anastasia. And then why did you not get that? No, I don't think Danny. Why did you go when you're thinking about the song? Next song. I wanted to get this.
Okay, we have answers, right? I think you just want that for me, right? Okay, for 3 and 4, I want the skeletal structure, not the chemical.
Yeah.
Skeletal structure, not the chemical. So everybody has it uploaded. Uploadable.
Oh, second would be our symbol.
What's that? This is 9.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, guys ready? Okay, uploaded there. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention that the top three. So top three on their next exam. So on ones that got top three in the first exam, you guys will get number one will get 5 points added to their exam. Number two will get 3 points added to the exam. And number three will get 1 point added to their exam. And then if they remain in the top three for all three exams, then on their final, number one will get 10 points. Well, they'll get 10 points added on to their final. So Ivan has the potential of getting 10 points added on. You just have to make top three in all. Okay, so you guys ready? Everybody has it loaded up? Okay, so how am I going to start with number one? What's the first thing that I need to do? I need to number. Okay, count my carbons. So I'm going to start counting from the left, right, top, bottom. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't matter. Stay. Okay. So number my carbons. Oh, you're right. So no, actually, so that's 1, 2. Okay. Okay, so that's an ethyl. I have 10. So for ethyl tetra. In organic chemistry, you'll actually see this written all together. And sometimes you'll see it written as 7. So this is both ways to read something. Okay. Okay, what about the next one? And number again. Where am I going to start from? 4, 5, 6. Why am I jumping that way? Okay, it has more on it, so you want more bang for your buck at the lowest number, right? Okay. Okay, cyclohexane. Two bromo, 1,1-dimethyl cyclohexane. And we know that to put this in alphabetical order, so it'd be B, M, so those B for M. Yes. I know. It's like, yeah. I really believe that when chems get together, I think they drink a little too much or they smoke a little too much. One or the other. You don't know what they're making. Oh yeah. Well, I can tell you what they're making. Anyway, so the next one. We're gonna draw the structure. I need 8 carbons. Start off with our 8 carbons. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, got my 8 carbons. I don't know. Okay, so you made an extra point to start the PR. Where am I starting? At the 1. So. Okay. 3 of the side chain. Okay, so this is 1, so this is 2. Okay. Okay.
And I guess you can number your carbons too, right?
Yeah, to make it easy for you to find things. Yeah, that'd probably be smart. Okay.
Oh, that's
Here, I'm gonna okay. Good. Okay. The next one. All right. I feel like I got it. So we have we have 2. So I just did a this.
Oh,
Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Double bond, triple bond, double bond. 5. Yeah, so technically that this would not work out. So that's a 3. So it should have been at 4.
Oh, okay, so that's good to know. I was wondering that.
Yeah, because you can only have 4 attachments. Carbon can only have 4 attachments. If we have a triple bond here, the other one has to have cells.
Why did you start from the bottom?
Why did I start from the bottom?
Like the closer stuff from.
You could have started from either way. You could go either way. So I could have done the other way, but it's easier to start here because if you look at the numbering. So that's 1, 2, right? So you have something at the 2 spot. Let's start counting here. That's 1, 2, 3. You can start from either direction. It doesn't matter where you go. As long as you have the right number first. So yeah, rewrite the question so that makes sense. Sorry about that. Okay, what would be the chemical formula for the last one? I want somebody other than this little circle over here to answer.
That's just what's the boss? Check it. The boss light.
Vanadium 2 hypophosphite.
Oh, it's not due to you.
Oh, is it what's it?
Vanadium.
That's not what I leave it.
Anyway, other than these guys. What is the symbol for vanadium?
B.
The B. Vanadium 2 means what?
That's its charge.
That's its charge. So it has a 2+ charge. I'm just going to do it like this for right now. Just for right now. So don't yell at me. Okay. Hypophosphite. What is hypophosphite? What's the chemical formula for hypophosphite?
PO.
Hypo means below.
Oh, so
right? PO2. Right. PO2 has -3 charge, right? Okay, so that's what the phosphite looks like. It has a -3 charge. So how can I balance these out so that how many vanadiums will I need? I will need 3 vanadiums. And then how many phosphates will I need? Okay, so then my chemical formula would be B3 2 2.
hella slow. Yeah.
So that's what everybody got, right? So you definitely want to brush up on nomenclature. Definitely want to brush up on nomenclature. Definitely want to brush up on nomenclature, right? So even though it's not a big abundance on your next exam, but I think if I had any questions, well, you kind of do, but it's in a different ways of doing it.
The fourth one, put it like.
You put it like that.
Like that. Like to put as an example, so if you
Okay, but here's also a little free advice. Don't give up, right?
Okay.
You got your butt smacks first two exams. Don't give up. You still can pass the spots. You've been doing your homework, you've been doing the labs, right? You've been taking the quizzes. Okay. So don't give up. Okay. So that means you got to work your ass off on the third exam. You want the third exam to sit there and be that A, you know. Okay. Let's move forward. You guys ready to move forward? Learn some more. You know what's going on? Okay, so we got to talk about some alcohols. We got to talk about some.
Not the cat looking at me.
Share this one. Oh, check this out. You want to? Oh yeah, I'll open it up.
Yeah. It is Cobain. Like Kurt Cobain. It's funny because now we saw oh yeah.
So I wanted to share one thing with you guys first. It really is there.
Yeah. Somebody has to do
Good morning. I hope you guys are doing good. Sorry, I overslept. Hello.
Oh, your next plan. Yeah, and then the final is.
You can't hear me. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, really? Like 5 to 8. But you can just yeah. Yeah. The persuasive speech. How boring. What you guys choose? Oh, like whether the age, whether your age is kids can choose at the age of 14. I think that's what I want California
This is exactly how
The first one was 35. The first one. No, Julia was like.
Would like to talk to you.
I barely passed it. No, we were just like 10. No, girl, I was like freaking having a panic attack. One of them, I don't know which one it was. But one of the teachers was about anxiety attacks.
About my grade. Oh, hello. I'm just on my lunch break. Would like to talk to you about my grade. Oh, hello. I'm just on my lunch break. Yes, but I really need to talk to you about my grade in your class. Okay. I will wait to eat my lunch, even though it's 4 o'clock and I have been teaching classes all day and had 2 department meetings and office hours and not had a chance to eat or even pee. What can I do for you? I'm worried about my grade in your class. I'm worried that I might not be passing your class. Am I passing your class? Well, I don't carry my grade book with me to lunch, so I can't say exactly. What grade did you get on your first essay? I got a D. Did you revise it for a better grade? No, I did not. What grade did you get on the second essay? I also got a D on that one. Did you attempt to revise that one for a better grade? No, I did not. Am I passing your class? What grades did you get on essays 3 and 4? I got a C- on one and a D on the other. Out of the 12 homework assignments, how many did you turn in? I believe I turned 3 of them in. Why only 3? There was one I meant to turn in, but I didn't understand how to do the assignment. Did you ask me for help or clarification? No. Did you see one of the tutors in the writing lab for help? No, I did not. Did you use one of your late passes to get more time to work on it? No. What about the other homework assignments that you failed to turn in? My stapler ran out of staples. Am I passing your class? How many absences did you have this semester? I only missed 4 classes. 4 is the maximum number of classes you can miss before you get dropped or fail the course. Oh good, I only missed 4. Can I have extra credit for not missing more than 4? What? No. You should not miss any classes, but if you have 2, 4 is the most you can miss before incurring serious penalties. You do not get extra credit for attending a class that you are supposed to be attending. Can I do extra credit to pass the class? Today is the last day of school. You just took the final exam this morning. The semester is over. Can I rewrite all of my essays to try to get a better grade? I can work on them tonight and turn them in tomorrow. Let me get this straight. You mean you want to work on improving your writing on 4 essays overnight because you did not do any of the work in the 17-week-long semester that you were supposed to be doing? And now you think that you can rewrite 4 essays that are significantly better in less than 24 hours? Yes. No, you cannot. And besides, tomorrow is Saturday. Campus is closed until the next semester starts. What grade did I get on my final? I haven't graded them yet. You just turned them in 2 hours ago. Yes, but I'm worried about my grade. How do you think you did on the final? I'm not sure. I didn't quite finish, but you left the final early before the time was up. I know. I had to make a phone call. The final exam essay was supposed to be 4 pages long. How much did you get done? I believe I wrote a page and a half. I'm worried that I won't pass your class. Why weren't you worried about your grade when you got the first D on the first essay? Why weren't you worried about your grade when you got 2 more Ds and a C-? Why didn't you come to my office hours to get help or to revise your essays for a better grade? I'm not available during your posted office hours. Yes, but I offered several times to come in early or stay late so that I could accommodate your schedule. I offered to have a phone conference to go over your essays with you. I suggested you meet with a tutor to work on your grammar and thesis statement problems to improve your writing. I told you you could email me your draft, and then I would stay up late after grading tons of papers and give you feedback on it, but you never did any of these things to improve your grade. I was planning on doing extra credit. I don't offer extra credit, so what are my chances then for passing your class? I don't have my grad book with me, but based on what you have just told me, you don't have a chance in hell of passing my class. You only passed 1 out of 4 essays, didn't turn in the majority of your homework, and left the final early to make a phone call rather than finishing the test. Not only have you barely done any work this semester, you never once tried to get help or improve your grade. That's not true. I just asked to do extra credit. And you won't let me. You are a terrible teacher. I'm going to write a bad review of you on the Rate My Teacher website.
Great professor.
That guy deserved extra credit.
You thought he deserved extra credit.
Yeah, just remember.
We made back.
Just.
Yes.
It was 5 classes. You said that.
Oh, okay.
For some, yeah, but like 2 and 2 lines. Well, we start all of our classes in August. I finished school in the rest in December.
Oh, how was it?
April 28th, April 28th, April.
Did we get time to go? That's art. So the microbiology and then physiology. So then
Okay, so our next substitute is going to be now the ethers. We're going to use a symbol for hydrocarbons. R is going to represent the hydrocarbon. Okay, you guys know what a hydrocarbon is, right? Hydrocarbon. Where hydrocarbon.
Dr. Henry.
Yes.
DJ's on Zoom, but I think your speaker's off.
Soft. But you can't hear from the class?
No.
Sure. DJ, can you hear now? So then, Jalissa can hear. DJ, it might be your computer. Check to see if your computer, the audio is off or turned down. Oh yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, just go ahead and
So tell her to check her audio.
oh yeah, check your audio as well.
Yeah, because sometimes if she has that little button in the corner, it turns everything off.
Oh.
Yeah, check that. You also choose a file.
Huh?
You could also use it.
So you use your phone with audio, so it's-
Because when you're that one coffee shop that's at the corner of the parking lot, then it's so much better.
So symbol R is going to stand for hydrocarbons, right? So that basically means it has C and H as carbon, okay? So it can be any hydrocarbon attached with another O and another hydrocarbon. Okay, if you guys look at the back. I'll have to print it out. Should have been in the back. But okay, so this would represent an ether. So if you just have an O between two hydrocarbons, let me give you an example. If I have O, this here is called dimethyl ether. Or I'm going to take one of them and call it methoxy, the one that's shorter. Oxy, and then the other one, the longest carbon. Same, so it'll be methane. Okay. So you would call it dimethyl ether, or you call it methoxy methane. Yeah, either or. Okay. This is considered the common name, but the common name is very commonly used. This is the IUPAC. IUPAC is the organization that basically says, okay, these are the rules that we're going to use for chemistry and also the IUPAC name. See it written both ways. Often on exams, you will see it written both ways. Most people don't like using this way. They love this one. They just say, okay. For instance, let's do this one. Okay, so your longest carbon chain.
The one to the left.
One on the left. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. So a 3 carbon chain. Three carbon chain. Okay, so propane. All single bonds, so propane. Okay, so then the carbon chain over here. So it would be ethoxy propane. It will also go in alcohol. The longest chain gets the last name. Okay, but if there are side chains and stuff like that on it as well, it would be alphabetical. Not too bad. Or we call this guy, we call it ethyl propyl. Okay. Try one more. let's count the carbons. So 1 carbon, 2 carbon. Here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So, now remember, the longest chain gets the last name. Longest chain gets the last name. So which is longer, 2 or 4? Let's start off with that.
4.
4. So then that would be, it gets the last name. So we get the butane. So then, that's right, ethoxy butane. Okay, so you always want to give the longest chain the last name. Unless it's okay. One more. Oh, actually, exactly. So you always start counting closest to the other. So it's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, 7, and that's 8. Okay. So the ether has priority over all of the alkanes, slightly above. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the longest chain? Okay, 8 is longer, so that gets the last name.
So
8 is oct. Or E, right?
yeah, because it has a double.
And where is it located? You said on 4. So 4 octene. Okay.
X. X.
Hexoxy. And then the F on the 7. So then it would be ethoxy. Okay. Better.
So this you always need first. The 7 methyl.
It doesn't matter because it's alphabetical, right? So 8 before him, right? So when you're starting with the constituents, it's alphabetical.
But I still don't understand how you get like mental.
It's based upon the number of carbons, right? So for instance, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons over here. So that's how we got the X.
Well, not just that, no, like you know how you have the side chain?
Yeah. It's the same way.
It's the same way.
Yeah. How many carbons? That's 1 carbon coming out that side. 1 carbon there, right? So 1 carbon is that. If it was 4 carbons, it would be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or butyl.
Sorry, it would be fuel. So if it's 13 carbons, it would be. Yes. Okay. Okay. Questions? Concerns? Okay. Ready for the next one? Next one we're going to do is alcohols. Okay. Alcohols. Okay. So, okay, so if it's, so the rule is whether you use a prefix or a suffix, right? So it's based upon priority. So the reason why, so with the ethers, the way the ethers work is that under common naming, ether has priority over double bond and triple bond. In IUPAC, ethers actually fall down. Just so this is IUPAC. So then that's why you use the oxy. So if it's lower in priority, you use this constituent name. If it's higher in priority, you use the last name. Okay, I'll give you an example. First, we'll just let me show you how. Okay, so let's do something simple. One of just these are alcohols. Okay, so how many carbons do we have here? We have 2 carbons, so it's 2 carbons. Okay. That? No, because you, and then you put alcohol. Okay. The AN, because it's all single bonds. Okay. If we have this, then that would be called okay. So then it would be called FD. Okay. See the difference between the two? Yeah, they're replacing the last name, replacing that E with an O.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh, so.
Yeah. So if there's somebody above it, right? Let's say you're working with somebody who has a higher priority. Right? Kind of like what we had down here. If there wasn't if it was all single chain, right? If it was all single chains, we'd always end up using it. Yeah, there was nothing else on the side. Right? If there's something that has a higher priority, then the one that has a higher priority is the last name. The one that has a lower priority, you have to use the concept. Okay. Does that make sense? Yes. You don't use the die for that. Die means you have two of something. If I have two double bonds, then so let's say we have this. Can you guys see? You know it's right there. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is do what? You want to give the OH the lowest number possible because it's the most important. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two possible ways to make this. So, longest carbon chain is what? Yep. We have double bonds?
Yes.
Okay. So when we have double bonds, right? How many double bonds do we have? We have 2, right? So we would say hept di E. Okay. Okay. So we also need to tell where it's at, right? Okay. So we have to say 3, 5, 9, E. And then we have right? Okay. Now, if you don't put a number here, we can call this 1. That would mean the OL is there, or you put the 1 here. If you don't put a number, it's understood to be at the 1. Okay. That would be one way of writing it. The other way would be so we use di, tri, tetra, tri, tetra, and penta, hexa, when we want to count how many of them. Okay, is that good? If it's a double bond, we use that EN, right? That lets us know it's a double bond. If it's triple bonds, what am I going to use?
Why?
YN, that's right. Good job. Good job. Okay. So let's do it one more. We'll move on. Alcohols. Okay, so what if I have this?
Check this. Don't check the module. It's not on the
Longest chain. Start counting, give it the smallest number possible. Which side am I going to start counting from? Left or right? So I'm going to start from over here. Longest chain, longest carbon chain. Okay. But I want to give it the lowest number possible. Count from here, or I start counting from here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is 6. We want the longest carbon chain, right? That's the first thing that we do. Find the longest carbon chain. And then we start talking about the constituents, right? Okay, so this guy is called X. Double bonds? Single bonds? Triple bonds? Single bonds. So what do we use for single bonds? How many alcohols? How many OH groups do we have? So then what would I use for represent two? Di. And then what would I use to represent an alcohol? OL. So and then I just tell you where it's located. It's located at 2, 3, hexa, hexane diol. Okay, that's one way of writing it. The other way of writing it would be hexa 2, 3 diol. You started here. Because this is the first card, right? It just happened to be on the first card. Right? Here, this is on the second card. This here is called a primary. This here would be considered a secondary, right? Because it's a secondary structure. Okay. Because it was slide. Yeah, but you still always want to count the longest carbon chain. Just do one more, or you don't count it?
One more.
Okay, so we want to count the longest carbon chain. Am I going to start counting from the left or the right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's 11. So that would be X. Okay, double bond, single bond, triple bond, triple. Okay, where's it located at?
2.
How do I signify triple bond? YN?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and then OL. Tell you where it's at.
Number 6.
Okay. Questions? Yes. But 6 refers to the last. This one, it's not pretty, but it makes more sense because it's right next. Okay, So you guys are familiar with alcohols. So, rules, right? So let's go back to the rules. Count the longest carbon chain. Okay. Then you tell me where everything is located. Right? How many of them that we have? Okay. Okay. So, move forward. Everybody got this? Okay, the next one we're going to do is ketones. Okay, so let's go take a break. You guys come back, we'll talk about ketones. And then I give you a chance of getting all your supplemental information together. Since I just warned it was on that one. So, you guys come back. So I'll see you guys back in 15 minutes. So it is 9:51. 9:52. So I'll see you guys back at 9. Sorry. Not doing math today. I'll do one better. I'll see you back at 10:10. So that gives you 18 minutes. Don't go crazy now. Okay, so there's one more that I want to give you before we get to the ketones, and that's amines. So amines are going to look like this. So you can have a so if there's only one hydrocarbon attached to nitrogen with two H's, this is called a primary. If it has two hydrocarbons attached to nitrogen, it's called secondary. And then if it has three hydrocarbons attached to nitrogen, it's called a tertiary. So primary, secondary, tertiary. Now, naming them, it's going to be kind of like ethers, right? So, count the carbons. Chain, so this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Start counting closest to the end, and you work your way back. So this guy, his name would be diethyl. Green carbon hydrocarbon's name is? Amine. Now, these are kind of funny. If it's coming off the end, coming off the end, you have other things that are happening, right? The way that you dictate something coming off the end and to say the amine is not the priority, if there was the alcohol. The alcohol is the priority. You would say in and whatever's coming off. So what do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, and then this guy would be called 1, 2, 3. What is it? 3 carbon chain? Yeah. Prop. So this guy would be called propanol. And then we would have in so this is an example. Now, for your case, you won't need that. You don't need to know that far. But just the fact that that's how we handle something coming off the amine if the amine isn't the priority. Everybody get their papers. And you guys notice under the highest priority, there's a typo. It says thiol, it should be amine. Where it says NH2R. It'll be, so you'll have a thiol, which is SH, and then you'll have an amine, N is N, parentheses. It says this on the paper. Parentheses H2R2. It should be amine. Actually,
Just like that. Oh, it's like file?
Yeah. And also, yeah, it actually should be 3. Okay. So everybody sees that on the sheet here.
So I have amino, so the amino needs to change to amine.
Yeah, so yeah, alkene, above alkene, that should be amine. And then it should be in parentheses H, comma, R. Because you have three things that you could add to it. There. What's that?
Oh, okay. This part stays the same, but it's
It's fine.
Yeah, it should be, no. You know.
Huh? Is it?
Okay, so underneath it, if you look underneath it, it says thiol, right?
Yeah, it says file.
So it says thiol, it should say thiol.
Okay.
And then actually this should be, because this says that you have it attached to another.
Okay. Wait, what? It is.
Everybody got it?
No.
No?
just one question.
It's one question. It says thiol, it should just say
Okay.
so just, as it says underneath it, it says thiol. It should say thiol. It should say amine. Okay. This stays because the other that arrow right here means that it's attached to an atom. Okay. So the next one is let's do a couple of names first. Okay, count the carbons. They're all 4. Okay, all 4 carbons. So 4 carbon. Butyl, amine. And then how many of them do we have? Now when I say 3, tributylamine. Well, that's the one. Well, it's still, you would say they were all in bio. Amine is the last. So the others would be something like, oh, no, it would still be opposite. Okay, so we have amines. Okay, the next one is ketones. Okay, so for ketones, the structure is a double bond attached to a carbon, and then you have your hydrogen, right? So we'll draw that. Numerically, okay. Ketones. Okay, so the way that we name it, you take the longest carbon chain, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We count give the ketone the lowest number possible. So that would be called 7 carbon. X. Okay, and then it'd be 4. Tell me what the double bonds look like. 4 heptanone. So this is our substitute for constituent, right? So this guy makes it a ketone, just that double bond. Okay. So if I have okay. Actually, let's just say okay, first thing I want to do is to do what? Count the longest carbon sheet. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 chain carbon. And over here. Okay. Okay, any double bonds or triple bonds? There's 1 double bond. Where's it located? 3. Okay. Any ketones?
1 at the
2. Anything else?
There's a chain.
There's side chains, yeah. Okay. At the 5, so what do I have at the 5? 1, 2, and 1. So then it'd be 5 methyl. Five ethyl. You can see that at the bottom. Eating a lot of this. And you can put this all together and then put the 2 in front of the octane, and that will make it representative. So it'd be 2 octa. No. Yeah, try synthesize. Or you're starting out with this and trying to figure out how you can. So much more. Not on this one. Not on this one. This part, I just, like I said, I'm just, you guys are doing a very brief, right? Okay. I can give you one more for the resume.
What? Okay.
So let's see. Okay.
Figure out what you want. I'm gonna order it on
Like the next line, but there's still another part.
What was that? It's actually on both of them. Yeah. It's actually on both of them. Structure and so the other one actually gives you the structure and it gives you the prefixes. Or constitutes. Okay, so how do we start with this? Yeah. Okay, start from that side. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So known. Okay. Any double bonds? Next. Dash 2. Diamond. So who has priority? Ketone has priority.
So 3?
So yeah, you're right. So it's a 3 front, 3. Hydroxy. 3 hydroxy. No name 2, 5 dial. I'm sorry, not that. Dial.
Yeah,
That's right, because the last name is taken by the one that has priority. If these guys weren't needed, the alcohol would have priority, so they would answer. Right? But since these guys are more important than this guy, then the idioms would. Go ahead, ask your question. This is a good time to ask the question. Ask it. Come on. So,
Well, like, oh, never mind.
no, ask it. Ask the question.
Like it's a secondary name. We use a secondary hydroxy.
Oh,
Yeah.
hydroxy is because of the OH, right?
That's
OH.
right. Yeah. Hydrogen and oxygen.
We use a second name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just double checking.
Yeah. Because it's not the priority name, right? It's kind of like Latin speakers, they hyphenate, right? So it's the mom's name comes first, and then the dad's name comes last, right?
Yeah.
Remember?
The dad.
It's the dad's and then.
So that's and then the mom's.
Oh, yeah, and it's hyphenate. Yeah. I was like, wait. I was like, no.
Yeah.
So, in other words, the mom's more important than the
Word.
dad. Okay.
Just kidding.
Any questions? Any questions? Okay, are you guys feeling comfortable with the ketones. Okay, so
As long as you don't add another layer.
well, I'm gonna add
Just
another
kidding.
layer. Okay, so the thing is, I'm not giving you all of them. I'm giving you the ones that you're gonna come into encounter with more frequently in this class, and in nature, because you guys already know about all of this, and you guys should know about ketones, right? Ketone, diet or whatever. So, okay, the ketone, that's the ketone. Okay, so our next one that we're going to talk about is aldehydes.
My black man.
Okay, aldehydes are going to end with AL. Okay. So if it's a constitute, it would be formal. Let me give you an example. Aldehydes always have carbon, it's going to be a hydrogen. Okay. The way that we name it is carbons. Starting with this, the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 carbon. 7 carbon hydrocarbon. Okay. If they're all single bonds, AN. And then to represent this structure here, we use AL. See it? Okay. So AL standing for aldehyde, right? Okay. I should say, in most cases, you'll see it with the H. Sometimes they don't put the H, and it's drawn just like this. It means that the H is kind of understood. Okay. First thing I want to do, got my carbons. Where am I going to start from? Over.
Left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next, triple bond in. We have to say where that triple bond is at. Right. Not too bad. Aldehydes are kind of like the easiest ones. That's a terminal. Okay. The next one we're going to do is esters. Yeah. Esters are kind of. How many guys want to get back to doing some math, right?
I was just thinking in my head, can we go back to balancing chemical equations?
I know, no, I'm
You're
okay.
like, I don't like balancing equations.
I rather do this. I just.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, so this is the generic form. Okay, so okay, the way this works is side that has a double bond, side that has a double bond is gonna get OH added to it. Next one is ester.
I know.
It just kind of sticks after a while because I used to cover with ether and the esters because they're very similar because they have oxygen, right? And then I'm like, okay, wait. The ester is, the ES, the S, well, a lot of extra, right? So I just look at it as an extra. And so, yeah, you have an extra, right? And so for the ether, you're not extra S.
So it's gonna take me years.
What's that?
It's gonna take me years to understand that shit.
No, it's not. An ester is not ether, right? Because it has a double bond right next to it, where an ether is just a double bond. I mean, not double, it's just this. No double. This is the ether. Okay. Okay, so the last part of it is oat, right? Like oat with an E, right? Okay, so this part here gets the OH, and then this part here gets just the normal name, right? Okay, so if we're gonna call this guy, how many carbons do we have here? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so then a 5-carbon chain. So it we call pent, all single bonds. Okay, so it's called pent. Okay, and then on the other side it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be pentyl. Pentane. Now the hardest part to remember is the oat goes with the double bond. So if you think about the O's at the top, double bond. Okay. So let me give you another example. Okay. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3. The next. Okay. On the other side, how many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. and the our next one. Our next one is going to be carboxylic acid. I do. So carboxylic acid, just add an H to that ester, right? So that makes it carboxylic acid. Okay. So the way that we would do it, what we're going to add is OH. Makes sense because when we add acid, we put OH acid. Okay.
Wait, what?
Yes, do that.
Yeah. So is the green one at the bottom, the
Carboxylic acid.
yeah, the green one at the bottom?
You can't grab your picture and like throw it to the side?
Not on here. Yeah. So let me spell it out. Well, it's written up here. Carboxylic acid.
Yeah.
So suffix OIC, OIC. Okay. Now it's the top of the chain, right? But there can be some other cases. So a prefix that we use is carbox. Okay. Okay. So the way that we go about naming it, longest carbon chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five carbon chain is what? So we call it all single bonds. And OH. So O, O. What about this again? Protonus. Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This is what makes it.
As long as I get you. Got it? Comfortable?
The
Yes.
final and the last exam was the same.
It has a 3 on it.
And is it a test or is it a presentation? Presentation is.
Okay. So best way of memorizing these or remembering these is it's going to be memorization, right? Flashcards. Flashcards. Okay, so first thing, and wait, I don't want you guys to say anything. Hold on. Okay. I want you guys over here. On here on this side of the camp, this side of the classroom.
Campus.
The campus.
Okay, so first thing I want to do is to do what? Count my carbons. Okay, so I'm counting my carbons. Where am I going to start from?
The OH on the left.
Over here. So this is my first carbon. Okay,
Yes, right. Y'all know what I meant.
on the right. I know what you guys said.
Thank you.
Okay, and then second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon, sixth carbon. 6 carbon chain. I want the middle here. You guys are quiet. In the middle over here. Middle. You guys are the middle. I said a 6 carbon chain. X. Okay, are there double bonds or single or triple bonds or single bonds? There's one double bond. Okay, so how do I signify where the double bond is located?
Put the number.
I put the number. So I put exa, then I put the number. Where's the number? 4. Okay, and then we put EN. Okay, and what about its last name? Oic acid, that's right. Okay, and then there's one more thing. What's on the third carbon?
Chain. Side chain.
We have a chain. And it's 1, 2, 2 carbon, side chain, ethyl. There we go.
And go to the front.
3 ethyl, hexa for enoic acid. You can do it like here between. Usually you can bring it together, or you can do this. So you'll see it both. Literally, you will see it both. I would be wrong, but add a 1 next to the OIC. It would be wrong. It would be fine, but OIC. This is a terminal, right? That's always going to be. That's always going to be. It wouldn't be wrong. It wouldn't be wrong. No, you're just doing that. Okay. Okay, so you guys want to play a little game?
No.
Extra credit?
Extra credit?
Extra credit? I've given you guys plenty of extra credit. Oh yeah.
We're acting like that video.
Okay, so let's do it for extra credit. I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna erase all of that up there, right? Okay, now you have all of it in front of you.
Oh yeah, your head's in the way.
My head's in the way. Well, I'll fix it so you can. But you can see that it says carboxylic acid.
That's what that
written on
is.
top. Yeah.
Oh, I put this right here.
I know.
That's blurry.
You're
I don't
blurry.
want to picture it's okay.
You're blurry. No, it's
So,
not.
it's carboxylic acid. That's what that says. That my head is flat. Carboxylic acid.
Take a picture of the head.
Okay, so I won't put it in that area. I can't help it. I got a big head. You know?
Yeah.
It's all right. I got a big head too. You got a big head too.
Okay, so I'm gonna erase this. Okay, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some structures and I'm gonna put some names. The first groups, I want you guys to work in groups of 4. Groups of 4. Groups of 4. I want you guys to work in groups of 4. Right? I think it should work out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I believe we have one person online. Jalissa's online. So who's going to work with Jalissa? Okay, you guys will take her? Okay. So.
Yeah.
Jalissa, you're going to have to communicate on the, well, you can't run a name for it, but you can text. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, you can text them. They're in the group, you're in a group chat. Okay, so then what we'll do is, let's see, 4 here. Actually, no, we're doing, I'm making the teams. 1,
No.
2,
No, that's
3,
all right. It wasn't
4.
there. I had social anxiety.
I do too.
60. It worked out perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You're 3. You're 4. You're 4. You're 1. You're 2. You're 3. You're 4. You're 1. You're 2. You're 3. You're 4. You're 1. You're 2. You're 3. And Jalissa's 4. Okay. So I want the 4s here. 2s here. 3s here.
Oh, then I'm safe. Well, I gotta stay where I am.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, this gotta stop.
You're looking.
I'm gonna make a challenge. Yeah. 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1.
The disrespect.
Yeah. Let's say you're 4.
You're glad you're 3.
Oh, cute. You're
You gonna hold 3?
Wait, where's the 2 better? Just be you. Oh. Susan, I don't know. I'm a 4. That's all. When you a 4? Okay, we were 2. Don't look for me. I don't know what.
So, and what we'll do is, like I said, we're gonna get 2 laps done this week, and unfortunately, I have to do 1 lap
This is
next.
yours?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to do 1 lap.
I thought it was better than 4. She stole it. I feel like Kathy.
Okay, number 2, whoever gets 2nd place will get 3 points. And then whoever gets 3rd place will get 1. There's only 14, so the 4th place is and luck. Talk about steroids.
Which one? I'll tell you right now once I.
Okay, if you guys can submit it, if you guys want to go over it, go over it. Yeah, there should be a spot where it says organic credit. So if you guys do me a favor, put your group, who's in your group, and then take that picture, then you'll have to submit one. Yeah. So. Okay. Got it. So you can count the one.
I did. That was sneaky. That was we went actually.
Oh, it's,
Okay.
What's your name?
Upload it.
I spell it.
APDUL.
Okay.
Even though the ones I said, the ones I thought were right, we already
No, I haven't. Put our name? Yeah.
So what was the other one?
We don't have to.
Yeah, Archie, also, can you take a picture? Cause I don't.
So,
Yeah.
the thing that's really valuable about this is you just learn the lecture, right? Just learn most of this, right? And so you use your notes to apply it. So you're going back over your notes. You should be able to reconstruct most of the stuff with your notes, right? So, the first one. Real quick. 1, 2. There's two carbon chain.
It's organic extra credit.
Sorry, answer the word back.
Oh, it's by the positive. I had to answer the positive.
So E, right? And we know that this
Have to
is
get up in here.
nitrogen, so
We're gonna take that some maybe take on that stuff signed by John.
fuel, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
Fuel diaphragm.
You don't have
I do, but it's only needed
So the
something.
next one. It's O, hydrocarbon. That belongs to which family? It's, yes, we use the hydroxy. So if we use the hydroxy, it would be called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this guy would be 1, 2. So then that would be ethoxy. Ethoxy and or we could have called it ethyl, ethyl, ethyl. Either one of those are the next one. It's a diagram carbon. Sorry, cycle. Actually, cycle 1. Then we have 1, 2. So that'll be okay. 2 methyl cyclopentanol. This next one. You're going to count the longest carbon chain. 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7, that's 8. 8 is the longest carbon chain. 8 carbon chain is what? Are there any double bonds? No double bonds? Okay, so and then it would be 2, 4, diol. Okay, and then in front we have methyl and methyl, but not 6 carbon. So then it's 6 dimethyl. Octa 2, 4 diol. Okay. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this guy would be 4 bromo. And then you go, it's oct 6
Ein, and then you put 1 AL, or you just go AL. Either one. Okay, so this one here. 1, 2, 4, 6. Okay, so we said 1. Over we are 3, 2. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, and then 4. Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow.